All right, I finally caught up with Coach WIllie SImmons. And, Coach, you got things going on. You got going into your second week of your spring football. Any surprises right now? Give the people an update. They've been beating me up, man, asking me when I'm coming up with updates, so here we are.
Well, surprise-wise, it's hard to say if there have been any surprises, good or bad. I think we're a little rusty, being that we hadn't played a game in 4 or 5 months, and the guys have been working out in the weight room and trying to get their schoolwork together. So spring ball is always about that readjustment period. It takes a few days of practice to kind of get their feet back wet, get them back into the full swing of things as far as practice goes, the tempo of practice, the monotony of 24 periods of doing individual drills and team drills and things of that nature. So it's about what I expect. We have a long way to go, doing some good things. There's some guys that are making some plays, but for my expectation and the expectation of these coaches, we still have a long way to go to get to the team that we feel we are capable of getting to.
Now, speaking of coaches, you got a coaches clinic coming up real soon. How is that working out right now?
Going well. We have a great lineup of speakers. My former head coach in college, Tommy Bowden, is going to be the headline speaker, much like Houston Nutt was last year. So we try to do that every year, get a prominent head coach or former head coach to come in and speak to the group. We have Chris Wilson, who's the defensive line coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Chris has a wealth of experience. He's been around all over the SEC and the Pac-12 out of USC, so he's one of the more well-renowned defensive line coaches in the business. And then Mike Schultz, who's a former offensive coordinator at Texas State this past season. Mike and I worked together at Middle Tennessee for a year, and, of course, went against Mike this year as we played Texas State. So he's done a great job with their offense. They were one of the top offenses in the Sun Belt. And so those three guys, and then, of course, I present as well. So I feel like we have really 4 great presenters for anybody who wants to come out and learn some football. You're going to hear from some guys that have done it for a long time and that really have built the reputation of being not only great football coaches but great guys, great men as far as their family lives, and all of them are married with kids, and just upstanding men who we're proud to have represent our coaching clinic.
Now, I know you're still working on some details, but for the most part, give the listeners the when, where, and the time, and how they can qualify to come and be a part of this.
We'll be at the Houston Marriott West Chase on this coming Friday, April the 8th. We'll start registration about 8:30 a.m. The actual clinic itself will start about 9, and we'll go till about 6 o'clock. We have some speakers kind of mixed in between. The keynote speakers will be they'll have a chance to visit with our staff. So any coaches that want to grab some of our coaches and talk to them about specifics, drill work, schematics, things of that nature, we'll do that. But you can register. You can contact Coach Henry, our tight ends coach and special teams coordinator, on his Twitter account. I think it's at Coach Hen01, I want to say, would be how you contact him. But you can RSVP through him, or you can check our PV Panthers Twitter account to RSVP. And I think the first 50 people that RSVP will get a gift. But we want a huge crowd. The Marriott West Chase is a great venue. We have about 4 rooms that we're utilizing to be able to do the different speaking engagements. But RSVP with Coach Hen01 at his Twitter account, or PV Panthers, our Twitter account, football Twitter account, or email me. My Twitter account is HC WIllie SImmons. And you can contact either one of us to get pre-registered for the coaching clinic, or you can just walk up. It's a free clinic, totally free. That's always a great thing, not to pay a dime. Just the only thing you're spending is your time. And it'll be well spent because, again, you'll get some great teaching and knowledge from some very good football coaches.
Well, Coach, one more thing back to your spring workouts. I'm not sure if the people are full aware. I know the scheduled Purple and Gold game was for the 16th of April. Is that game going to still go on, and if so, where will it be due to the latest what's going on with Waller ISD Stadium?
We're still going to have a scrimmage that day. We're not necessarily promoting it as the spring game as it would have been had we done it at Waller ISD Stadium or our stadium once it gets completed. It's going to be more of a scrimmage. It'll be another scrimmage format with offense versus defense. We won't split the teams up. The defense will be on one sideline, the offense will be on the other sideline, and we'll go for a good little bit. So it'll be a full scrimmage. So anybody that day, we're encouraging everyone to come out. We're actually going to do it at Waller's practice field. Our practice field isn't a full 100-length field, So we can do some scrimmage type things on our field, but it's not a full length field to be able to get a true end zone to end zone type game situation. So we're going to go to Wallace practice field and do it there. We're going to do a scrimmage next Saturday. This coming Saturday there as well. So this Saturday, April 9th at 1 p.m. and then next Saturday, April 16th at 2 p.m. will be our big two scrimmages of the fall. Of the spring. I'm sorry.
Now, when you say the Waller practice field, is it the auxiliary field, or they're going to be the actual practice?
The actual practice field, not the auxiliary field on the other side of the 290. It will be actually their practice field that's on their high school campus. So if you're going to the stadium, you'll pass right by their high school practice fields, and we'll be out there. I don't think there's bleachers for seating, but bring your lawn chairs and your towels and picnic and do whatever you want to do. But we're going to get after it pretty good and probably get about 100 to 120 some plays for the next couple of Saturdays to get a good evaluation of where we are as a team and see what these guys can do.
And for those who are wondering why they're not going to do it at the stadium, there is no political ploy or anything. There's been a new carpet laid out for the AstroTurf Stadium at Waller ISD, and they can't have any activity on it for 3 weeks. So we just wanted to put all that out there in the open. So everybody.
And the auxiliary field, they have a soccer game on that Sunday, so they didn't want to try to line the fields with football paint and then have to reline them for soccer paint. So, but again, Waller ISD has been very accommodating to us, and we're very thankful to be able to use their practice fields. I mean, it does say a lot for them to let us go and eat up their practice fields for 2 Saturdays, knowing that they still have spring ball as well. So, but yeah, come on out, and we're looking for great weather, and hopefully we'll get a good crowd, good turnout. Again, won't be the same spring game purple and gold atmosphere that we would have had or that we will have in coming years, but we still want to see everyone out. A lot of our recruits, our signees will be in town, so to give you a chance to maybe see them before they actually step foot on campus.
Well, ready or not, football season is en route, and we'll be right here to give you all the latest and the greatest for Panthers football right here with my main man, Shotgun WIllie SImmons. I'm Dr. Prince. Thank you all so much, and as always, we'll see you on the other side.